They weren't just truckers. They were warriors on wheels, facing death at every turn. Ice road truckers showed us the grit, the danger, and the raw determination it takes to survive the world's deadliest roads. But what happened when the Feingue cameras stopped rolling? Tragic deaths, shocking arrests, life-altering injuries, and inspiring comebacks. This is where the real story begins. If you thought the ice was cold, wait until you hear what happened off-road. Buckle up, because these true stories are more intense than anything you saw on TV. Let's dive into the legends behind the ice. Let's begin with the unforgettable. Darrell Ward. Born on August 13, 1964, in Montana, Darrell was born into a trucking family. Long before the fame, he was running harvest rigs and living the trucker's life with over 30 years of experience under his belt. He joined Ice Road Truckers in Season 6 and quickly became a fan favorite. It wasn't just his driving, it was his larger-than-life personality, his kindness, and his fierce passion for helping others. He wasn't in it for money or attention. He genuinely loved the road, and he loved the people around him. From helping rival truckers to volunteering for wildfire efforts in his local community, Darrell was the kind of man who always showed up when it mattered most. But on August 28, 2016, tragedy struck. Darrell Ward and pilot Mark Melitz were flying back from the Great American Truck Show in Dallas, Texas, when their plane crashed near Rock Creek, Montana. The cause was never fully determined. It was a heartbreaking end for a man who gave so much. His family, friends, and fans mourned deeply. He was more than a reality TV star, he was a real-life hero. The loss was felt across the trucking world, especially in communities he supported, like those hit by the Louisiana floods in 2016, where he led food drives. He was also named Grand Marshal at the Special Olympics convoy in Nova Scotia. His motto? Any road, any load. That's the legacy he left behind. Then came Art Burke, a bold and rowdy character who joined the series in Season 7. Between 2013 and 2017, Art appeared in 38 episodes, known for his colorful language, sense of humor, and iron nerves. One of his most unforgettable moments was when his truck's front wheels broke through the ice, and instead of panicking, he ensured the safety of the cameraman before worrying about himself. That's who Art Burke was, tough as nails and deeply human. But his story took a dark turn. In November 2018, Art tried to make a cannabis concentrate known as shatter, a process involving highly flammable liquid butane. The result? A massive explosion. Art suffered burns to 40% of his body and was hospitalized for 12 days. The explosion also caused over $60,000 in property damage, and Art was charged with arson by negligence. He confessed to his mistake, expressing how everything he had worked for had vanished in an instant. His savings, retirement plans, and even his peace of mind all gone. During the court proceedings, Art and his legal team suggested house arrest with a special request that he serve part of it from the cab of his truck. But the judge found the request too lenient. Making matters worse, Art arrived late to one of the hearings, frustrating the judge and further complicating his situation. It was a painful fall from grace, and a reminder that even the strongest among us can be brought down by one poor decision. Next is Hugh Rowland, better known as the Polar Bear, one of the show's most prominent and unforgettable stars. Hugh was known for his brash attitude, wild sense of humor, and incredible skills behind the wheel. He was featured in the very first episode and remained a regular until Season 8. He even authored a book, On Thin Ice, recounting his insane experiences on the road and behind the scenes. After leaving the show, fans thought Hugh had retired. But the real story was far more tragic. He was involved in a horrific car accident, ironically, not on the ice roads, but in the passenger seat of a vehicle driven by one of the show's producers, Will Morrison. The crash left Hugh with severe lower body injuries, ending his trucking Career. The consequences were even more personal. He lost his ability to be intimate with his wife, leading to the breakdown of his marriage. In 2014, Hugh filed a lawsuit, holding Morrison responsible for the accident that changed his life forever. Since then, Hugh Rowland has disappeared from public life and never returned to Ice Road Truckers. Then there's Lisa Kelly, the face of female empowerment in a male-dominated industry. Born in 1980 and raised in Grand Rapids, Michigan, before moving to Sterling, Alaska, Lisa defied the odds to become the first woman featured prominently on the series. She appeared in seasons 3 through 5, and again in seasons 7 to 11, becoming one of the most respected drivers on the show. Before her fame, Lisa worked a series of hard jobs, from school bus driver to motocross rider, even delivering pizzas. She trained relentlessly to break into trucking, eventually landing a job at Carlisle Transportation, one of Alaska's top hauling companies. Her gender made the job even harder. She was constantly underestimated, but Lisa didn't care. "I had to work twice as hard and get the job done faster," she said. Her attitude was clear: live life to the fullest, make no apologies, and leave no regrets. Lisa became a role model for women in trucking, showing the world that determination beats prejudice. "I'm the only one living my life," she said, "so I'm going to live it to make me happy." Through grit and grace, she redefined what strength looks like on the ice. Another name that stood out was Steph Custance, the youngest and most inexperienced recruit in the show's history. She joined in season 10 at just 22 years old and had little to no trucking experience. The odds were stacked against her. Even Lisa Kelly admitted she had never driven a truck before the show. Her first trip was anything but easy. Under the watchful eye of Todd Dewey, she had to learn the ropes fast. Whether it was chaining up tires or navigating across broken ice, Steph faced trial by fire. At one point, she had to cross a lake that had been cracked open by another truck. With Todd guiding her over the radio, she drove with the door open, heart pounding, and made it across only to burst into tears of relief. Her motivation? Her son. "Everything I do for my kid," she said. That courage turned her from a rookie into one of the show's most inspiring figures. And then there's Alex Debogorski, the man who needs no introduction. Born in Berwyn, Alberta, Canada, to a Polish war hero and a Cambridge-educated mother, Alex grew up learning the value of hard work. Before fame, he worked as a taxi driver, bouncer, miner, and even flipped mobile homes. But it was Ice Road Truckers that made him a legend. He's the only cast member to appear in all 11 seasons, with his sharp wit and steady hand winning over millions. In 2010, he released his memoir, King of the Road, sharing jaw-dropping tales from the road. With a net worth of over $400,000, Alex proved that determination and charm go a long way even on ice. Let's not forget the show itself, Ice Road Truckers. It all began in 2000 as a single documentary under Dangerous Missions, later folded into Modern Marvels. But by 2007, it was its own standalone series on the History Channel. Produced by Thomas Beers, also behind Deadliest Catch, the show followed 6 drivers, hauling supplies across frozen lakes and remote areas in Canada and Alaska. Ice Road Truckers became an international sensation. By its premiere, it was watched by over 3.4 million viewers, becoming one of the most popular reality shows in History Channel's lineup. It aired globally from Italy to New Zealand, Australia to Africa. Critics praised the show for its authenticity, tension, and raw storytelling. And in 2008, 20th Century Fox even bought the rights to turn it into a movie. There was even a video game released in 2010, and the show was name-dropped by Eminem and Juice WRLD in a 2020 track. From fiery crashes to frozen triumphs, Ice Road Truckers was more than a TV series. It was a journey through the lives of real people who risked everything for the job. They weren't actors. They were warriors on 18 wheels, Across miles of deadly ice. Every icy mile they drove left behind more than just tire tracks it left. A legacy. From heartbreak to heroism, these ice road truckers lived stories that still echo today. So which journey struck a chord with you? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more untold truths. Because legends never freeze, they endure.